Republicans promised to lower costs on day one.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Says I have no political consideration, will never run for an elected office again.
Never again.
Never again.
Why, too soon?
I asked you a question.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Ask you a question. Yes or no?
Not
Racist
for me.
laws, yes or
No.
no?
But you have this woman Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
Go back to your own country and figure out your constitution.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Why do you like racist laws?
Some of these women, they're so stupid.
Yeah, I just did. But would you?
We don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Oh yeah, I always forget this is short now. Welcome! Welcome. Absolute pleasure to have you all here while I blast through these. Absolute pleasure. All right, we got plenty of tabs. We got ABF doing some more Pragmata. I'm excited for you.
Me too.
You're dead on the inside like me, but you might want to keep the tissues nearby just in... I mean, it's a super badass ending that I definitely didn't tear up. No spoilers, ABF. Absolute pleasure to have you all here. How you doing, ABF?
Doing great. Yeah, I'm going to be playing some Pragmata later. Looking forward to it. I even grinded out some of those little side mission things that give you bonuses.
Yeah, I told you, they're actually pretty fun, and the later ones are very rewarding. So easy recommend. And I like don't ever do tutorials. I don't ever do extra dialogue options. I did them both. I gotta talk about how it's such a good game. You will try to like 100% it just to stave off the inevitable conclusion where you just start rationing like the gameplay so it doesn't have to end. Where you start telling yourself like, oh, no, I clearly got to like the center of the ending part, but it's not the end. There's more chapters after this, even though it definitely feels like the conclusion to a story, right? It's so good. I'm glad you got it. You got a little more left to experience. Isaac, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing well, doing well. I did see the ending of Pragmata. Not gonna spoil it. I saw Smooth playing it, and
He cried, didn't he?
cried like a bitch. Cried like a bitch. A
Did
little
he?
bit. No, I'm saying I had a little action
You-
going on.
I
felt something.
A
I felt
bug
something.
flew into your eye.
The sun
Mhm.
got in my eyes.
Yeah.
But I just want to say I think it's a good message. Gen Z is more open to the idea of parenthood. You just talk to people in general, and they're like, you know what, there might be something more to live for. You know,
Dude, as a millennial, my generation got hit with the kids are bad
you guys got one shot
propaganda
with that. Yeah.
so hard. So this is literally the anti-propaganda to fight back against that, which is
Yeah.
why even when Hassan knew nothing about it, he was all
Yes.
fascist. Epstein class. The Epstein class
Yeah.
want to play Pragmata, guys.
He kind of said nice things about it at first, and then he like looked at chat and then was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, actually,
Yeah.
oh, my opinion was wrong according
So-
to chat. Let me change what I think."
So I realized that my 20-minute long Pragmata video split nicely in half. So I'm going to release that this Saturday. And then
Cool.
I think I'm going to slip in a mixtape video for the next Saturday. I didn't get any footage on my first playthrough.
Wait, so we're getting 3 different things, but it's kind of a shit cookie.
Yes. Shit sandwich more. Like the
Okay.
filling
saw-
is shit.
I saw footage of mixtape, and I said a lot of slurs when I saw that. It was painful.
Coincidentally? Well, no, like weirdly? I didn't want to shout a lot of slurs.
Really?
Wasn't very slur shouty. Every 5 minutes when I was playing Dustborn, I wanted to send a new picture to ABF, like a new like woke nightmare. It was a woke hellscape. Whereas this, the main character is just obnoxious as fuck.
I hate the animation. I hate it personally. So
You guys know me and my thoughts on frame rates, but this frame rate, holy shit. But
Painful.
okay, so yeah, so that's the thought. That's the thought. We'll see. We'll let chat decide. Was my thought as usual, but
I like it.
I mean, and if chat likes it and ABF likes it, it means it usually happens. So I'm already doing a little planning out. Now, chat, couldn't do this without you guys. Couldn't do it without those thumbs up. You want to see me suffer through mixtape a second time? Fuck. Consider hitting that thumbs up. Now let's get into it. Oh wait, actually, before we get into it, cool guy Isaac with the Grogu sunglasses.
Got my stickers back. I love it.
I know.
So
they're
happy.
back.
So happy.
I'm literally praying that we get a Jake Martin woot, please.
Fire off those super stickers. People.
Even if it's like $1, I don't care. I need a Jake Martin whoop in my life, please.
I don't know if there is. I was just making it up.
You're not gonna believe this, but there isn't anything to bring to a new game plus. You'd have to have some kind of upgrade or a weapon or ability. You don't have any of those.
So you can move left buttons.
You can move left and right. Oh, unlock a new skateboard trick. That would actually be pretty sweet. No. Okay, no. Are they just pushing everything to the absolute limit to see how bad it has to get before everyone snaps? Sure feels like it. Yeah, it's called social engineering, guys. Yes, 100% this. I actually had another tab from the day after of someone saying essentially the exact same thing. Yes, they tighten the noose, and then when we start fighting back, they loosen it, but it stays tighter than it started. And then they tighten it some again, and then they let it go. But it's still a bit tighter than it started. And right now, they're going so hard. They're literally like, they're choking us out so hard they had to release the fucking UFO files. It's like a pressure release.
Which is a crock of...
yeah. Spookery.
And it was mostly just UFO footage that we already had out there.
Yeah, and some that was blatantly like a parachute flare or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's called also yeah, we've already seen it all. So
speaking of seeing how far they can push us, but not in a fun way though. They're the ones, it's more in a like sadomasochistic way where they enjoy hurting us as we fight for air because they're sociopaths. Reuters.
Speaking of which,
Marina Abramovich on bringing audiences inside art. Do you guys know who this broad is?
The spirit cooker.
Isaac, well done.
She's of the type I pay attention to.
You get awarded one tinfoil hat. ABF,
Thank you.
I'm a little disappointed in you. Now,
sorry.
No, you're okay. Now listen up though. So, spirit cooking, do you know what that is?
No.
So, Hillary Clinton had this fun little campaign advisor named John Podesta, whose email account's password was like password1234 or some shit.
Yeah.
So his email got hacked, along with some others. The supposed DNC CrowdStrike totally said it's the Russians, bro. Trust us. It totally is. Ignore all the weird deaths around it and stuff. So part of those emails, along with the "we'll have these 6 and 8-year-olds in the pool for your pleasure," was also talks of spirit cooking, which is Marina Abramovich, who's an artist who also I think worked with Jay-Z for a music video. She's also done Microsoft stuff. She was like, when like the first like holograms created of like a person.
Oh, I never knew that.
Was Marina Abramovich doing I think they did like a little art installation. I think it was with Microsoft too. Yeah, actually, I want to look that up. And then all this shit gets into all the Aleister Crowley shit, which is his whole like Satanism angle, because he kind of created his own religion based off weird like Egyptian gods and shit. He probably just made up and shit. And then that is based on a lot of like the New Age stuff. And that when we get into the weird occult rituals, eyes wide shut stuff, it's usually like Freemasonry shit mixed with like some Crowley shit with a little let's pretend to be cannibals and eat people in spirit cooking. Let's pretend. It's avant-garde, guys. But also when we're a Bohemian Grove, maybe we sacrifice some children too after the cremation of care ceremony. So, all right. So ABF, you're caught up. Reuters doing a piece on Marina Abramovich. I'm gonna see if I can find the
She British or Irish? I don't know.
Abramov. That is such a difficult name to spell. I gotta copy and paste that one.
Abramovich.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac's better with these sorts of names. Let's see.
Yeah, like when I'm typing out island, it's Island as I'm typing.
Island.
Yeah.
Or antiques are antiques, actually. Yeah.
Let's see. Damn it, it's all Reuters. One second. No, God. X search might be the worst thing ever. It's genuinely better to just use Grok.
It's pretty
You know,
bad.
Elon admits it's broken. People say, it's broken. He's like, yeah, we're working on it. It's like, he doesn't even deny it.
It's very much like YouTube, where you can't find a video again because they don't want you to find that cultural video anymore. They want you to move on to the new thing.
Yep. I wish you could filter through your search history more accurately too.
Yeah.
It's kind of
narrow it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was the not VR, augmented reality.
Yeah, the AR.
Yeah, and she's just wearing coincidentally a red dress too. It's probably not got any sort of occult symbology or anything like that.
It's also transhumanism, and she's trying to live forever. And all that
transhumanism and Satanism is very much so connected. Trying to live forever to like give the middle finger to God and mortality is about as satanic as it gets, and is what there's a reason most villains, like half of villains, are just trying to live forever.
Yes.
That
at the expense of others.
That they're wearing on their head from Microsoft, that was like from a while ago, right? That's not something new.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This was a while ago.
This was posted in 2020. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I wasn't saying that this was new.
No, I know.
The Reuters article is new.
Right.
So yeah, interesting to see her popping up. Now, God bless it. Before we get to Trump, thank God Sebrew is going to help us stall. Member for 14. Did you see Bath and Body Works has a Grogu cologne called Force Flow? That's going to literally get all the bitches. You should get it for the Mando movie. Well, we do have various goals for that, so it could happen. Who knows? Now, all right, we had another fun week. This came in a little bit ago, May 6th. Trump to Americans struggling with oil prices. Even if it's $200 a barrel, it's worth it.
That's great.
And of course, that's out of context because he's saying it's worth it for Iran to not have nukes.
I paid $108 to fill up my Land Cruiser today.
Jesus Christ! And then this was I think the next day. You know what's happened today? Gas prices are way down, and the stock market is way up today. Community noted. And then we get this dropped today. Inflation jumps highest since 2023. Fed's report. That's not good. Caleb Hammer. I'm going to crash the fuck out. We can't be losing people in the middle like Caleb Hammer. This is that big coalition that got him elected. And why is he so mad? Oh, damn it! It got pushed down. Where is it? Because wages were on pace to be higher than inflation, but now because of the price of gas, inflation is higher than wages.
Yep.
That's
so
bad.
every day progressively you're earning less than the cost of things going up. It's horrible.
And we're seeing consumer electronics slow down a lot too with this memory shortage and everything. Motherboards are I think 35% lower sales than usual. It's like an all-time low.
Yeah, that's
that
what
means
I'm saying.
people aren't building computers. That means companies aren't buying computers. Like
there's knock-on effects from this stuff. You get one segment of an industry goes down, it affects a lot, which then affects more, and then we have this whole just on time and all this stuff. And our system is set up where if it starts breaking in places, it starts breaking everywhere. And something like oil affects everything. And so now we got the Trump admin in full Biden. The economy's great, bro. The stock market's hitting record highs mode, and no one is believing it. U.S. consumer sentiment falls to lowest reading on record. That's not good.
The Strait of Hormuz stuff is not helping either. That ruins trade globally.
That's not only not helping, that is the leading cause of what is hurting things. And if you guys are into liking and sharing on X, there's the link. I went with Trump angry. I said steaming mad. It had steam shooting out of his ears and like 2 steam jets coming out of his head. I'm like, less steam. And it's like, oh, you want no steam and him to be as red as possible? Oh my God. And then I'm like, no, now make him less red. And then it made him more red and made his hands red. Grok is fun. BB, I didn't have to Photoshop that at all. And we'll get to China. Jake. No one tell him the stickers are back. They're for a limited time only. All right, now moving along.
I will say too, considering all this, I've started conducting a test with people where would you allow Iran to have 1 nuke if we could have gas under $2? And then everybody says yes. And then I say, would you let them have 10 or 20 or 40? Where do we cut it off? You know what I mean?
Well, I think everybody knows what that 1 is going to be used for.
So I want, yeah. So yes, can we give Iran 1 nuke and then we also get gas under $2? All our problems will be solved. A short range nuke, short range only.
We will get to that, and that's yeah. We got to get the
issues solved at once.
We got to get the nuclear dust, Isaac. We're going to go out with our microscopes and we're going to get all the dust. That's going to be
like
there.
Cheeto dust? Okay.
Yes, and like Cheeto dust, it'll be there forever, and then we get to have war forever because it's for the nuke dust, guys.
We'll send Consuela with the nuclear duster.
No,
I just tried to remind people, if Iran had 1,000 nukes right now, it's impossible for them to nuke the United States of America. Always remember that. Always remember that in all of this. It's impossible.
Yeah,
that's all.
Greatest ally though, sadly. No. Now, Cheeto, you guys, Cheetos dust levels, mine are off the charts. All right, now, okay, I warned about this. People cheering about like, oh look, China's struggling with certain things, so that's good. Trump base, he's doing 5D chess to take on our enemies. No, he's fucking up the global economy, and everyone is going to be hurt. None more so than the leaders of the global economy. So we got. The India's government has issued a serious warning stating the country currently has only around 60 days of crude oil reserves, 60 days of blah, 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 blah. We saw this with, now they're limiting flights out of the country. And then I talked about this last week of, I'm happy to pay $6 gas to not get Indians. Shout out Jake Martin. I'm like, no, guys, no. And then we got Orrin McIntyre, who usually has enough sense to not get into this. Okay, the Iran war is growing on me. And like, I get it's tongue in cheek and stuff like that, but we can't even entertain it. Like, no, bad. Just because our enemies are getting hurt by us destroying everyone, it's not a good thing because we're destroying we are in that everyone category too. And Jake Martin dropping 5 gifties. Oh, and Emily, who I saw in chat earlier, in a minute, Mr. Lousy, I like that. Think more highly of yourself, Mr. Lousy. You can do it. We believe in you. Jake Martin, we have a clip for that as soon as I find the J's.
Now, how about a smooch, huh?
But more appropriately.
Last I found a challenge worthy of my talent! All I can say is I sure hope you know what you're doing, boss!
No, this is what I'm saying. No. Bad.
Dude, I read those tins at Walmart last Christmas. It said India on it.
I know. That's like it's a meme that's true.
That was not, I saw it. I'm like, that's not just a meme. Oh, my goodness.
The ones from Trader Joe's, though, are actually made not in India.
Yeah, and then like my great grandmother's like sewing tin is like, made in England, made in Germany, made in Denmark or whatever, not India, foot cookies.
Yeah. Back in my day, we had made in China or made in Taiwan. And we're going to fight a World War III to see if it's going to be made in Chinese Taipei or whatever the hell they call it. Isn't that what they call it? I think I only know that because Overwatch League, when they do the World Cup, Taiwan's not allowed to be named Taiwan because Blizzard likes to having a Chinese player base.
That's right.
So you're not Taiwan. And shout out to Jake. We got to drop another one for 5. Give it.
Last I found a challenge worthy of my talent. All I can say is I sure hope you know what you're doing, boss.
Me and ABF are pushing Jess to let us do foot cookies on one of these baking baths, but she's currently against it. I think we can get her.
And I'm gonna dip them in coffee because Indian butter
toast?
cookies dipped into coffee. It's oh my god, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's just that, I mean, you're not going to believe this, but our British friends have already figured that out. They call it tea and they call them biscuits.
Or tea and crumpets.
But they're like,
yeah.
But they're like digestive cookies that make them poop.
Yes, high in fiber. Yes.
But hey, they're much older than us. They figured it out. Now, all right. I wish we had Hay in here for this because we're talking oil. We're talking oil.
Oil.
But that's in the South. They pronounce it a little differently. Oral. Now, so we got Costa Copenhagenesis. Don't ask me. Just got word Mobil and Shell have informed Costco and Walmart they have no packaged product in them and expect bare shelves in the motor oil section in a few weeks. So this went quite big. A lot of people sharing one of my favorites where, I mean, who is this guy, right? Oh, dang it. Did it fall? No. Okay, well, essentially someone's like, oh yeah, and I bet you were the first one they told, right? And then he BTFO'd him and explained that he's actually the largest purchaser of commercial oil.
Yeah.
So he's literally the guy who would know all of this. So it's like, Indians can't fly here, lol. But we're not going to be able to get full synthetic for oil changes. And so
That's
on
all I
and
use
so
too.
forth.
Having a little older vehicle, you use full synthetic, and I don't like that. That's very upsetting. I'm gonna stock up.
Crumpets are different though. Aren't crumpets English muffins? What we call
Probably.
English muffins? I believe so.
But they're drier like a scone. They're drier like a scone.
Yeah, I don't care about the English enough to figure it out.
They call cilantro something weird too.
Cilantro?
No, they don't pronounce it differently. They have a different word for it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Well,
That's why
did
I
you know
call it
that?
soap.
I think what is it? Fennel seeds or whatever.
I hate fennel seeds.
Are
It's like the
just
one thing I don't like.
It's cilantro seeds,
Oh, is it really?
I think, or something like that. I don't know.
That's like the taste of black licorice.
No. Coriander.
Oh,
Coriander
yeah.
is
Yeah.
cilantro seeds. Yes, that's what it is. Yes. I only knew that because I grew cilantro one year. I'm like, that looks awfully familiar at the top, the little flowery pieces. So,
See, if you combine,
welcome to gardening with Nerd Wars.
if
Tonight.
you combine all of the panel and chat, we make at least one intelligent person. Now, moving on. Right, we're properly caught up. Okay. Just in, President Trump says stock market will go through the roof and inflation will go down as soon as the war with Iran is over. So give it 17 to 20 years and inflation will go down. Isaac, your thoughts on the stock market going through the roof?
I can't afford gas.
Isaac, but it's cool because the gains you're making in the stock market make up for it. So
Cool.
He is right though that the stock market will shoot up the day that the war is actually over.
it keeps
but I
hitting
don't.
record highs. It only ever goes up because it's the biggest of all bubbles.
Yeah,
Yes.
that and also you have to price in the inflation. Like the inflation overall brings up the cost of things, which brings up the evaluation of a company, and like this, it's like this whole circle jerk of
Correct.
inflation making it raise too.
Lockdowns, yeah.
Mhm.
But it's just like they
For
say,
example.
125,000 new jobs added. Yeah, because everyone's taking a second and the third. And also, like back in 2020 through up to now, you get rid of all the jobs and then you add them back. Then we added new ones.
People are cheering for stock market crashes and enormous housing corrections. That's where
Yeah.
we're at with things.
I will say the
Yeah.
housing market is totally screwed. So
It is, and it's been screwed for at least since COVID. It's been especially bad. It was already bad before then, but now Dude, like just looking around in my own neighborhood, I don't have neighbors anymore.
Yes.
I have people that rent Airbnbs left and right.
And
It's
I'll tell you too,
crazy.
I know a lot of contractors, and just the cost of fixing anything
Yeah.
in terms of just basic household. I'm not talking exquisite granite countertops and all this gilded crap. I'm saying just like basic working class to fix your broken
Well,
whatever in your house costs an arm and a
Dude, your
leg.
water
and
heater, your air conditioner,
Any
there's so much more money now.
basic
and
plumbing.
then
Yeah.
and then as all the governments go broke, property taxes are always the first thing they look at raising, such as like
And as
Mamdani.
I recently learned, now recently within the past few years in a lot of states, you now have to pull a permit with the state or the town or whatever to get a water heater put in. It didn't
Mhm.
used to be like that. So
Well,
now you have to pay the government money to replace an appliance that's more
I,
expensive.
I was reading stuff, people talking about it's like practically 100K just for the people who build the houses. So like you can't even get it
Yes.
at 100K.
Yeah.
Yes.
When that itself is already a problem in my area. All the new homes, they're going to all the Indians, literally the Sikh truckers that wearing the
Yeah.
silly, stupid fucking hats.
And there's like
Um,
18 of them in a house
and,
sometimes. So
but what is interesting, as we've discussed, how as the housing market gets fucked, they're too greedy and selfish to sell, to have already sold for like a loss. So it's just going to keep getting lower and lower, and it's going to drive them insane to where they're going to have to leave like underwater, like 300, like $1,000+ $400,000+ and stuff like that. So there are way more sellers than buyers currently.
Yeah. And there's something to be said for that. Like I actually bought this house underwater because I bought it at the tail end of 2008, and I was actually underwater. It was worth less than what I paid for it for the
nice.
first couple of years I owned this house.
But,
And
but you're increased since obviously.
it's since then,
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
it's always the joke of always zoom out and everything's fine. That's the same
Right.
with real
Right.
estate, but there's always breaking periods for people.
Hmm.
Yes, and that's the thing is many of them are going to move here and then it's going to crash after they've been in the house for 2 years, and there's going to be a lot of really fun Reddit posts to read as they're panicking, but
Oh,
so
what is
that's
it
the
like?
thought, is a lot of them are going to be forced to sell to white people for huge losses.
Yeah. The Reddit for what is it called? Rentoids is what they call them. It's actually a really funny subreddit to go check out. There's a lot of memes in there about how people can't afford homes.
So Trump
Yes.
finally did the thing about like BlackRock not buying stuff up and whatnot. They have lots of ways around it already for like how he's planning to do it, so it's not going to stop a lot. Also, it's a tiny little portion. It is just normal like homes, like people buying homes. The real issue is we need to deport 100 million
Deportations,
people
yes.
like Greg Bovino wanted to do. That's the actual issue.
My new slur for Indians and Sikhs is just going to be private equity. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. Because
I like calling them H1Bs, but H1B
Yes.
is like BlackRock buying the homes, also just a very small part.
H1B gone is what I say.
And sometimes that's giving the rest of them too much credit too.
I'm doing my part to make them feel unwelcome in my area, let's say.
Yeah.
I
Only
didn't
traders help
want
invaders. So
to yell Jeet. I didn't
your
want to
patriotic
actively move their sign the fuck out of my way. I didn't slam it on the ground or anything. It was in the way, so I just moved it away so no one would have to see it. I was doing a public service. Not so much when I yelled Jeet, though. I don't know if it's offensive yet, so who knows? Maybe it's not. What
We'll
were we
make it.
talking about? Biden had record highs in the stock market. His economy was shit too. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
The Biden energy coming from the White House, man, it fucking hurts to see.
yeah, this feels like the messaging is like just straight out of 2-3 years ago still. Like remember Biden doing the whole
He
"Hey,
drove.
we've
No,
brought-"
he drove by me, and I so. But sorry, what were you saying?
No,
I
Biden
didn't
did
do
the
it.
whole-
Allegedly,
Biden did the whole food prices are down thing and just immediately got refuted. It feels like that still.
It's that.
Yep.
And then he.
But
and
then when
Biden,
we call it out, then people call us, "Oh, you're a rhino," you know.
and Biden could say Trump and like lockdowns and all that stuff. Trump has no one to blame but himself. Hey, Biff?
They cherry pick everything too. They'll be like, "Oh, look, eggs are down now," but they don't talk about the price of beef, or they say, "Oh, this is down," but then they don't talk about the price of gas.
The price of I constantly see people talking about how I get to eat a steak once a month now. We're in like eat the bugs land. That's what I'm saying. They are pulling hard on that noose right now. And I don't necessarily like chipping out because they can easily move that brainless anger into ending up making things even worse for us. But there are appropriate times to chimp out. Currently with hantavirus shit going on with these data centers, which we have to start calling mass surveillance centers, with this Iran war and gas shit going on right now and various other things, now is the appropriate time to chimp out. Also, when Mark of Reality drops 50s, it's also a good time to chimp out too. Fucking go. Mark with the pink boy. JD Vance mentioned a major reduction in H-1B visa program. Also, JD Vance has been doing quite good. He keeps getting hit in the polling just because of his connection to Trump. Continue to make me think a lot of these moves are the Marco Rubio faction trying to make JD Vance less popular so Marco can get in there 2028. They're still up in the air if that's happening, but points keep getting added to the column. Also, I've seen reports of China sending sensitive satellite data to this IRGC during the war. So not only is China probably partly involved with that, and also like where do you think they get the drones from and stuff like that and all that various technology? It's from China and Russia. And then we'll be discussing Cuba. Trump's finally like, all right, fuck it. We're taking Cuba. China doesn't like that. China's not happy about that. And Trump's flying over to do China right, but we're skipping ahead. Wonder what DJT and Xi are going to chat about. Yes, that is actually, yes, we got near the end. Appreciate you, Mark. We got a clip for you, and we'll keep on skedaddling about so we can get to those exact points I want to talk about. Let's see. I know you're in here somewhere.
Steve Rake!
And that puts us already at what's above 75? Yeah, 76. I was gonna say at 100. You guys could vote to see if you guys wanted me to do a mixtape video because I still wasn't sure. But if you guys want to give me the kick in the butt, we're almost there. And then yeah, we got Grogu things too. My dad. I saw they dropped that and announced the date for the next season.
Season 2.
I'm not far enough to be able to read this book, but my dad is though.
Is that book 7? I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, he's been doing a lot.
I don't read normal books anymore. I got Nyat's book coming up in the list. I'm looking forward to reading that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I read enough books back in the day. I got manga to read now.
I've read the first Terminal List book. I think it would. I think it would keep your attention very easily.
Yeah, thriller books are great at doing that for me.
Hayden would disavow me if I made a video about mixtape being better than Crimson Desert. I just thought about it. That's why he's not here tonight, because I thought about it. All right. Actually, he may be here later. So now, oh, dang it. Fuck. Shout out Mark too. Appreciate you. Trump on an Iran war. No. Let's see. Is he going to finally come to his senses, or is a boomer? Okay. ABF, am I doing a mixtape video? Yes. Oh my God.
You read it ahead of time, didn't you?
In which city do Indian people leave their mother? Mumbai. In which city do Indian people leave their mother? Mumbai. And then boom, hit by a train. I don't have a train prop though, sadly. Wait, hold on. Get off of there, monkey! Get off of there!
Dude, that shit is so funny.
You gotta wait for the train. We wait for the train.
Yeah. Someone today, they're like, bro, that thing is on tracks. How is it your apex predator? You know where it is.
Yeah, it's like
it's not like it's gonna swerve in traffic or anything. Like
it's like when you roadkill something, it's like no one in front of you, no one behind you, and like a raccoon runs out just to like die. It's like one of those situations.
I fully believe they do it on purpose. I think so.
In my Pragmata video, I do have a clip of the dude trying to chase the monkey off the electric wire poles. It's you see, because like I cut it like right before he probably dies, right? Because like I feel kind of bad making someone have to watch someone die, despite it being hilarious. So he catches on fire like a little bit. How long do you think it takes him to act? I know we've got things to talk about.
I'll see it in the video.
And some ABF clips to play.
Memo. 4 pounds of C4 may be a little excessive.
Oh, ABF. I thought I had seen a trucks turning right video.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant trucks flipping over. No, I did finally see Indian on a bike trying to pass in front of a truck turning right. Is that what you were talking about?
It's either a left or a right. I can't remember, but cement mixers, when they have cement in their truck, whichever way they turn, because the thing climbs up on one side of the wall. I think maybe it's if they make a left because it turns. I can't remember. But when that drum falls, it's usually on a car, and they're just dead. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of compilations of that.
I saw that.
Every single one.
I did see the correct one, but then I saw a truck turning right, and then a gate opening, and then an Indian on a bicycle trying to go in front of the truck in front of the gate. And I was like, oh, that must have been what ABF was talking about. No, though. But also, you'd seen it. So
the first comment was like, bro, you could have waited 3 seconds.
We live in a society. Let's play another clip. Let's laugh so we don't cry. Let's see. So one we haven't done in a while. Let's see. Anything fun?
Reverse fart is one of my favorites.
Ooh, yes. I know. I love it, but it feels too like give me too much a little sometimes. So I feel it's like the Simpsons offering one. It makes me feel a little bad, no matter, even though it is fucking hilarious.
How about for $90? I'll put the fucking mousetrap on my tongue.
His bunny mask doesn't look all that. If you put these ears coming up.
For $350, I'll take Grogu to the fucking theater. Like
for $100, I'll make a mixtape video. Literally is what that super chat got. Hey, we have fun when I do it, though. You know, I don't feel dirty afterwards. Too dirty afterwards. All right, appreciate you guys so much. Couldn't do this without you. All right, now let's oh, damn it. All right, let's get back to Trump. Son of a reporter. What extent are Americans' financial situation motivating you to make a deal? Not even a little bit. I don't think about Americans' financial situation.
Apparently.
Oh, it's out of context, though, guys. In context, he doesn't care because all he cares about is the nuke.
Yes.
And his fucking ballroom.
Which I thought we solved that. I thought we solved that with those B-2 bombers in the middle of the night.
So you made a good point, Erwin. I logistically don't care about the ballroom. In fact, I'm actually pro ballroom. It's raised by private funds, but no, you made the point. Don't waste your political capital on that fight. And he's wasting political capital that needs to be going towards deportations.
You haven't kept up with the story. It's no longer private funds. Now we are paying $1 billion towards it too, and it doubled in size.
Because they're making a subterranean.
I mean, that's unnecessary.
Bunker.
That's just not the fight to be taking right now.
So. They're making it a fucking the techno Jews are making a doomsday bunker.
If they're gonna hollow out
ballroom.
Yeah, if they're gonna hollow out the ground and go through all that trouble, they're gonna put the best and most badass bunker down there, and it's gonna cost all the monies.
And coincidentally, remember that attempted assassination the other day? You guys hear anything about that anymore?
Nope, nothing.
Did you guys hear anything in the last week about it?
I mean, that's something he should be. I don't mean to be weird, but he should be milking that cow for as long as he can.
Yeah.
Politically speaking, you know.
Weird that he's not. It's almost a little weird.
I mean, Pennsylvania sure helped, you know, in the election.
This is what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm Mr. Reporterly.
Oh, that's a good point. Well.
Oh, yeah. That's why I keep the ballroom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At this point, I'm anti-ballroom. I'm not some crazy TDSer. I'm very measured.
I'm fine with it if it's all privately funded. but not for wasting political capital on it. And as you're saying, it's no longer privately
Isaac,
funded.
it
Exclusively.
was.
So,
And then he doubled the size of it. It's fucking enormous and gaudy and like huge compared to the
is it
rest
like
of the White House
1970s
now.
Italian grandma, like tinfoil Christmas tree level shit? Like,
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but I mean, they're making it enormous. He broke a bunch of like rules and norms and stuff to do it, and just was like, we're gonna just destroy this shit and build this enormous fucking thing. Well, it's privately funded, so whatever. At least Trump's, he's ignoring some people.
I get
But
where
now-
you're coming from, though, Isaac, because it is
now-
logical to have a place to be able to, have world leaders visit, and you don't have to do the Hilton down the street where it probably costs the taxpayers tons of money to clear out and all that.
Yeah, see, I'm fine on us having, empirical infrastructure and stuff like that, and to show off to the world. But at this point in time, when we can't afford gas, stuff like that, I'm talking in an idealistic sense. Idealistic sense here. I'm fine with it usually. Just right now, we
That's
don't
what
have
I'm saying.
we don't have the.
I started off fine,
waste on it. Yeah.
and then I didn't care, and then I got a little annoyed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I went, okay, what the fuck? I don't like this ballroom now. And then we had a fake assassination attempt where a fucking guard dog watched the guy put up a fucking shotgun out of his pants and run past everyone, not get shot, except Secret Service managed to get shot. Okay, and then we don't ever talk about it. And then now, we need $1 billion of taxpayer dollars because we need like extra security, guys. Oh, it's doubled in size and all that stuff too. And I don't know what you're doing with this fucking ballroom, but you're up to something, and I don't like it. I'm now anti-ballroom. But on Isaac's point,
if we deport 100 million and get gas under $2, I'm pro ballroom.
Yeah,
you got to do those things first, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a Clayface body horror movie. James Gunn, you can pull that off 3 years into a successful DCU, but why is it your fucking second movie?
After 3 Justice League movies and a bunch of single... Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes. All right, now, our girl, Lady Aaron D. I was happy to see this. Hot take. I do not like his response, Trump's. You should be thinking about America's financial situations. My banking app messaged me today to tell me that my spending and groceries and gas purchases have doubled in the past 30 days. All while I've been trying to cut cost. So I guess Make America Great Again now means we need to continue to fight in a military operation. They're thinking about changing the name. More on that later. With a lot of dead civilians, many being Christians. Oh, wait, yeah, when the Middle East right now is essentially a pile of rumble with a lot of dead civilians, many being Christians. We'll be talking Lebanon shortly.
Lebanon? Yeah.
The remote possibility of a nuclear weapon in Iran seems to be more important than the complete financial destruction of middle-class Americans. I am not okay with this. When you're losing the snake pit, you fucked up. Yeah. Wow.
Also, the meme energy's fucking dead. Pardon my French.
It's not dead. The Uno reverse meme got played on it. And now Iran be dropping balla-ass Lego bangers.
I'll say Spencer Pratt in LA picked it up a little bit. He's given 2016 vibes. He's very, whatever. I don't agree with him on everything.
No, there are still individuals. Like the Trump admin.
But like younger up-and-coming Republicans, some of them are getting that energy, picking up the ball where Trump and older people dropped it recently. Not to say it's just an age thing. I'm not saying that, but
your anti-Semites got the meme magic going hard right now, but you guys can't stop having a gay Mexican leftist constantly purity test you all into nothing but fucking drama all the time.
Well, many people still fall to the it's a movement, not a man, and then one person tries to take capital of an entire situation when it doesn't revolve around him, and he's gay.
And gets very jealous of competitors like a gay man would, yes.
Even though we have potential people that could win elections that could serve our purposes, and he tears them down because he's a prick.
His whole thing is getting to actual positions of power so we can make a chance. One of his people tries to do that. He gets jealous and has to attack him.
Dude, we got to endorse the Democrat Jewish lady, though. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Saying vote Democrat, like vote for Gavin Newsom, is one thing.
No. The Democrat Jewish lady.
For the Jewish lady, we're gonna own the Indian dude by voting for the Jewish broad. ABF. I imagine you don't have the Nick Fuentes Dan Bilzerian feud in your feed.
Nope, I don't.
Right?
Thankfully.
You lucky son of a bitch.
just
I
hear
got
it
it
in
to one
passing.
tap. I got it
It's
in one
like half-
tap
like
at
half
the
my feed.
at the very end. If we have time to, I know, Isaac. Fuck.
This is why I'm a Christian nationalist. So,
All right.
It's
So
just
some
really
good
quick
news.
on that. It's
Yeah,
always been
please.
my opinion that when you bring up the tiny hat people in a conversation, it just makes the waters so muddy that you can't actually accomplish any actual discourse.
depends.
Well, it becomes a little echo chambery, but
Yeah.
those against it, they've been very effective. There's a reason they have to ban them constantly. There is a winning side on that argument.
And I have shifted on the topic a bit.
Oh,
personally.
I was a normal noticer for so long, and they have controlled the Union Party for so long. They're the original cancel culture. They've been trying to destroy First and Second Amendment. They're
all
OGs at
anti-free
that.
speech. The left and the right tiny hat people are all anti-free speech, almost universally speaking.
And there's a certain group who is behind a lot of that as well. So
Yeah.
the problem is they're making a huge power move right now. So we do have to talk about them. Because Trump literally got fucking pulled by his nose into starting World War III.
I'll just say to ABF's point, when you apply one thing to every single topic, I think Alex Jones is somebody who's given a very level head, like consistently for years on that. You can call it out. Well, you can call out more than one thing at a time. You can call out a bunch of BS going on.
You
don't
can,
have to
but you have to be
hyper-focus on
you
one
have to
thing.
be strategic though, because if people hear that from all the other Nick Fuentes people, as soon as you bring it up, they turn off their ears. They stop listening to you. So you have to be smart about how you execute your arguments.
With jokes. We do it with jokes. Which, as Isaac keeps pointing out to me, and I keep noticing, G&G, F&T, various panelists who keep dropping jokes. It's like I'm saying, I'm
keeping tabs, and I'm seeing people are waking up in the culture sphere to this.
Yes, they are.
It's very normalized now. I would have agreed with you a year ago, probably, ABF. Like, I know that was one of your issues with Isaac always going on about the Jews. My issue was that it turns you into a retard like Nick Fuentes, where you end up horseshoeing into a leftist, where you end up obsessing and purity testing constantly.
He doesn't even believe it, though. He was taking advantage of people that do. He's a gay little Mexican, so he doesn't believe it. If it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be in this country anyway. So
I just see it as a conversation derailer more often than not.
Depends on the situation.
Like who you're talking to though, because any kind of politics is a situation derailer if you're talking to someone on the opposite
I'll
side.
also say too, in a lot of very Bible-centric Christian people, it's not a derailer because this is something we've been focusing on for like 2,000 years.
The left have been obsessed with it since October 7th, so
it's true.
It's actually
that changed a lot of things.
It's actually something that's bringing people together.
Yeah.
So I would actually argue of various other politics you could talk about. Like if you bring up like abortion or something, people go like that.
This one is pretty unified.
This is both sides except for Fox News enjoyers at this point.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
And older crowd?
ABF, I would have agreed with you, but the Overton window, man, it broke. It didn't just shift. They fucking shattered the window. And okay, I got some good news. Thank fuck. Other countries aren't as insane as us. If Iran was as insane as us, we'd have World War III. If Russia were as insane as us, we'd have World War III. Thank fuck.
Other people have more restraint.
And the Gulf states finally just saying we ain't doing this no more, guys. I keep saying part of this is destroying the relationship between us and the Gulf states, because obviously you can't have the Gulf states being regional powers. That gets in the way of Greater Israel. Trump's Project Freedom, which is basically the blockade and all that, collapsed after Saudi Arabia and Kuwait suspended U.S. military access to their bases, airspace, and overflight rights. So similar to how Spain and other European countries were trying to say, you can't use our military bases. Now the Gulf countries are doing it, and you're not going to believe this, but they're incredibly important for being able to carry all these strikes out. And if they don't let us, you can't carry the strikes out. So thank fuck they're finally not putting up with it. The kingdom, and then obviously, this all we're in wartime, so do on this as always. The kingdom blocked the U.S. from flying aircraft out of Prince Sultan Air Base, though they did block it. That did happen. Or through Saudi airspace, completely grounding the operation and removing the air defense umbrella protecting ships in transit. Saudi leadership was furious after Trump announced Project Freedom on Truth Social without notifying them. This is why I keep trying to say he got into this war without consulting our European allies, without consulting anyone. He keeps lying about these negotiations, just making stuff up, saying all this that's happening, and he's just lying through his teeth about it. And the Gulf states who keep having to put up being attacked over this stuff, and we're totally covering up how much our bases have been destroyed and attacked, they're finally getting put up with it. So Saudi Arabia blocked the U.S. from flying aircraft out of the airbase, or completely grounding the operation, blah, blah. Saudi leadership was furious after they announced it without notifying. Qatar and Oman were also blindsided, with Trump only contacting them after the operation began. A direct call between Trump and Crown Prince MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, who is like the guy. We talk about like these new modern oil sheiks, especially those of them who are friends with like Jared Kushner. Yeah. It's MBS. That was Las Vegas shooting. Something went on with some Saudis and some gun runners and stuff like that. And then after that, Trump went to the Saudis and said, we're changing leadership. And then there was a coup. They killed some of the people, and then MBS took over. So if MBS starts saying no to Iran war, we will officially have no fucking allies. We'll have Israel so they can continue to do absolutely fuck all for us, except provide us intelligence so we can bomb some schoolgirls.
Israel's our ally? What? How many troops have they mobilized for us?
No, yeah. And that was something.
Back us up.
That was something on, I think in the 60 Minutes interview, Netanyahu or something like that, where they asked like about getting the nuclear dust, the nuclear stuff. Like, how are we going to do that? Are you going to like send Israeli special forces in and like U.S. special force? And I just laugh because like, you think they're going to do that? No. We already sent people to do that. And that's when we got that BS story about the pilot getting shot down. That was probably related to going after nuke related stuff. We got fed a whole fucking pack of lies and war propaganda on that one. That's why they aren't going to send their people in. The same reason why aren't they escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz? I warned about this, how we were going to force them to Lusitania us. We did it. It went exactly as expected. But we're not quite there yet. We got some more tabs to blast through. Marco Rubio. The goal of the war in Iran is now to return it to how it was before Trump started the war.
That's interesting phrasing.
Almost like the war shouldn't happen in the first place, huh?
It only lasted 3 days, ABF.
Oh, yeah. We didn't actually put boots on the ground except for the ones that got shot out of the air.
I still hear people saying it's not a war.
And his leg was broken and he climbed up a mountain one-legged, ABF. We're going to make a movie about it. So now what I was talking about, trying to play fucking chicken in the Strait of Hormuz, because Trump's like, come on, South Korea, why don't you guys escort ships through? Why don't you guys get missiles shot at you guys? Well, what happens when we do that? Well, we're going to escort 3 world-class American destroyers just transited very successfully. It was not successfully out of the Strait of Hormuz under fire. If you're transiting under fire, it was inherently not very successful. There was no damage done to the 3 destroyers, though there are reports that there were. And with the war propaganda these days, I believe the U.S. as much as I believe Iran. They were completely destroyed along with the numerous small boats. So he's obsessed with the Navy and the small boats. And he's so fucking boomer brained that he thinks, oh, we got rid of their Navy. That means everything's cool.
They're using Bass Pro Shop boats.
Yes, and he's like, well, we're bigger and we're better, so that means we win. No, that's not how it works. Their power is being able to keep the strait closed through many means. They don't need to have their Navy it was barely a Navy as it was. They have various means. And we just got the reports where they still have a lot of control of the missiles, and there might be a little war
And-
propaganda there too. But it sounds like our Gulf allies are still going to be hit. They're still going to be shooting at boats trying to go through. The Navy's gone, but somehow the strait's still closed, Isaac.
And as we've learned, they put mines out in the ocean. Where'd you put them? I don't know. You want me to pick them up? I don't know where they are.
And then Trump's like, oh, well, they're just like, who cares? We'll take care of the mines. They're like barely anything. Who cares? But then
we find out it's a lot.
But then he's like, well, we can't be putting mines in there. It's like, oh, are the mines a big deal or not a big deal? They're a big deal. There's the strait is enclosed. Well, we took 3 destroyers through. Every single ship that wants to go past through the Strait of Hormuz, we have to have 3 warships escort them while under fire. That doesn't seem particularly sustainable.
That's also expensive as hell, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's Iran can't be charging small fees to pass, but we'll go and spend, I think it was 29 billion? I think, they're claiming it's cost 29 billion now, which means it's cost 50 plus billion.
You turn on Fox News or Newsmax any given day, and they say, we won the war. We won. We won, but we have to keep doing this. We won. We have to keep doing it, though. This is whiplash.
What if I told you at the point of all this, when Iran was charging tolls, what if I told you gas was cheaper? Would you prefer we just go back to Iran charging tolls?
Oh, yeah. And, a lot of other countries do this exact same thing. Egypt does it, for instance. They grant passage through the Nile and stuff like that. Like these different countries take advantage of their region, because a lot of times it's all they have. They don't really have any exports and stuff like that. So
literally Israel, 100%. You just perfectly described them. That's why they have to expand. And a big part of the trade is canals, all the various waterways that go out into seas and oceans. You got the whole Mediterranean and Baltic, and then along with the Black Sea or Red Sea or all that. And then there's, lots of places throughout the world that are very, 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 very important to shipping. So having control of them is very important if you want to be part of the new world order that's coming.
Yeah, and any sort of negotiation that they go through, it's going to preserve the right to charge a fee to drive through the strait. They would be stupid to give that up.
You know what's interesting? A lot of these Gulf states and Islamic states and a lot, they're like that meme where you see the guy hitting on the chick, and then there's the fat, ugly chick that gets in the middle and says she's not interested. The fat, ugly chick is Israel. And they're the common denominator here with our relationships with a lot of the world, saying, no, she's not interested. She's not interested. It's like, shut the F up and let us negotiate and get the hell out of our way.
Oh, yeah, that's the issue. Like I said, gas prices will go down when the Iran war's over. My team made up of Israeli agents. They're going to end this war quickly.
They promised me. Yeah. Trust me, bro.
Jesus Christ. And then we'll get to Netanyahu's 60 Minutes interview. You seen any of that, Isaac?
I saw a clip or two.
It's insane that a foreign leader
all I know is
gets
that
to
he
come
said,
over and do that.
I know he said that he wants to end reliance on U.S. aid. Those people are gonna give up free
some
money,
whoppers.
100%.
Yeah, he dropped
100%.
whoppers like that, and he's basically we don't want to censor anyone on the internet. But also social media is the reason for all the anti-Semitism, and we're going to spend an extra $500 million to combat it. But we don't want to censor anyone.
They don't even have free speech in their own country at all. It's a freaking fascist state.
It's crazy how many videos we get of all the atrocities. A lot of people don't realize this. These places where the drones are hitting and all this stuff, these Gulf states, these videos, you're not allowed to be posting this shit. Like what we get, the amount we get, we're not even supposed to be getting that. So what's actually happening is way fucking worse. This is just what we're getting behind the firewall, essentially.
The one tiny hat that I do work with, he's actually pretty pro censorship, and he pulled on me one time that you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, and I'm like, actually you can, just Google search it, and he looks up and it's just like, yes. It was the funniest thing in the world.
And that's the tribalism kicks in, it makes the brain stop working.
They are pro censorship because they don't like people saying bad things about them.
Yeah, they're the original cancel culture.
Yep.
That's why it's not a matter of if we're going to hold the power, if they're going to hold the power. It's just a matter of who and which. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of which. And I would rather us hold the power than them. So we should hold the reins, not them.
Yes, and that's what this is all about, destroying us, raising up China. Of course, they've done a lot of technology transfers and stuff like that for China, and as we're about to get into their foreign, it's all about New World Order. It's coming. We're going to get a great reset. I thought it might really start popping off like Trump's last year of his second term. Wasn't expecting year 2. Holy shit. Speaking of me magic being dead, bye-bye, fast boats. And then it's getting drone striked. Lasers, bing, bing, gone. And it's
so cringe.
Shooting their drones.
But the thing is, seriously, like the boomers eat this shit up, though. They eat it up.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. I see them. Like, I have a couple boomers in my life that send me this stuff, and they're like, "Isn't this great?" I'm like, "Cool. I'm glad you're happy. Very happy."
Yeah, great minds think alike. Jake Martin, member for a year and a half. Love to see it. China is asshole. So true, Jake. So true.
It's asshole.
And yeah, we're about to watch Netanyahu on 60 Minutes, so we need a little pick me up. Jake, appreciate you. And roll clip.
Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma company. Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors. African American? Hail a cab. Testify in church or just raise the roof.
Yeah, I know. He just barely got you. Appreciate y'all. And man, 60. Is any other prime minister just like get to come over whenever and get 60 Minutes interviews and talk to Congress and stuff like that? Can you think of any other leaders that get to do this?
Not to that degree, no. He gets special treatment.
But not anymore.
Oh, actually that... Perfect example. Yes. Perfect example. Thank you. Netanyahu says war in Iran is not over. Oh, but we just told Congress it was. Don't worry. He insists that he's already done this before. Not only he will decide when the war against Iran is over, and talk about how they always destroy the negotiations. They keep pulling out the same line. They're worried that America is going to be hurt by this economically, so we're going to be incentivized to make a deal. So at the last second, we're going to slip in some concessions to Iran, and then Israel's not going to get everything they want. Iran's still going to be a terrible danger. So Israel has to sabotage everything because we might make a deal and Israel won't give everything they want. And so that right there is keep us in permanently, because we might make a bad deal. And what was one of the things they want? What's the other thing that keeps us in there forever? Nukes. Netanyahu hints he wants the United States to go inside Iran and physically remove the enriched uranium by force. This was when he asked about Israeli special forces. I laughed. You go in and you take it out. That's the best way.
Boots on the ground.
And then the reporter did a half decent job. And he was, yeah, but how do you get it out? The special forces and all that. And then you get it out. No one else can do this. It's only America or China that have the special, the expertise to do this. So that's another reason, one of the many reasons they may also be going to China, because they now need China to deal with Iran, because we're getting economically hurt so much. We need China to pull the leash on their dog.
Even if we had like Army Corps of Engineers on the ground, they wouldn't be able to get at this shit. Like, they would have to be an excavation probably.
Yes, because we midnight hammered it.
Too.
That's why they're doing the dust lie too. So even if you excavate it all, the dust will be there forever. And we got to get the dust, or they might make a nuke with the dust. They might Hunter Biden's search for some Parmesan cheese to smoke.
They might have weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction, aluminum tubes and shit. I mean, got to be careful, man.
And Shane Cashman nails what I was trying to describe. Look, no matter how many times we obliterate Iran, they'll never not always almost have nukes.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Correct.
Well, it's like that meme of the tablet from Israel 3,000 years ago, and it's like the 3,000-year-old scroll says Iran is 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon.
Yes.
They'll always almost. Yeah, exactly.
Isaac, did you see this one? This clip?
I didn't know if it was real or not, so I didn't know.
It's real.
It's
I understand
real?
why
Okay,
you
I
would
did
not
not
think
know.
that.
Yeah.
ABF, he's trying to explain how basically the internet can get like brainwashed into being anti-Semites or something like that. But he doesn't do it he doesn't do that. He literally takes the journalist's phone and threatens to tap his phone, essentially. Actually, no, this is so fucking insane. I'm going to throw it in private chat and then go to like 40 seconds because we got a little Megyn Kelly in front. Yeah, this one's actually, literally. It's so crazy Isaac thought it was AI.
I did, yeah.
He's just... So we have the Israeli mentalist who knows Joe Rogan's PIN code, and then also during the totally real assassination attempt was guessing Caroline Levitt's child's name, unborn child's name that she hadn't announced to anyone.
Dude, these witchcraft people are very good with numbers.
They're literally just admitting to
Like
tapping people's
Jewish
phones.
Kabbalah, space magic shit. Like, it's crazy.
The
This shit's
next
weird.
frame should switch over.
Look up
Excellent.
divination
Again,
too,
you
by
can
the way.
say
Yeah,
because it's this.
Yeah.
This is yours, right?
Speaking of
You're not immune either, because you can penetrate this machine. You can penetrate this little instrument, and you can say about Major Garrett anything you want, and I can paint you as a monster. And if I say it often enough people will believe it.
He just showed his hand.
I am not bemoaning this. I'm stating this as a fact. Israel is besieged on the media
And then
front,
I think he
on the
follows this up
propaganda
with, we
front,
don't want to censor people.
and we've not done well on the propaganda war. We have to fight back against these lies, this propaganda with the only weapon we have. It's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that now, and we'll try to do that in a much greater effort.
Say it. Oh, yeah. For those that don't know, they spend, what is it, like 200, 300 million a year to propagandize all of us on the internet, and they upped it to like 700 million or something like that.
Yeah, where do you think the $7,000 checks come from? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the bots and stuff like that. So their AstroTurf campaign is going to turn even more people off.
Why do you think all the... Oh, go ahead.
They're definitely pushing for the online anonymity to go away through like the age verification, digital ID, all that stuff.
Yeah, from the left, it's protect all the trans kids. From the right, it's protect kids from porn and all the precious Jews.
Yep. They want to be able to arrest you easier in the UK when you say something, and eventually arrest us here when they pass laws where we can't say things.
Even like DeSantis, who does a lot of super base legislation, goes way farther than a lot of Republicans. Even they passed all the the Jew hate crime laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have anti-Semitism, hate speech laws and stuff in Florida.
Yeah. It's gonna, because we don't believe them about the kids. I mean, the whole Jew thing's not working very well. They're going to try to get the boomers, and that's the two ways: is protect the kids and the precious Jews. And then all the crazies on the left, it's, well, the chuds are destroying you, so we need to censor them, right, guys? Yay! All right, now 60 Minutes interview over. Trump, we have Iran very much under control. We're either going to make a deal or they're going to be decimated. So one way or the other, we win. Yes, this is today. You might have thought I was just repeating an old clip, because he says this about every 3 days now. We're close to a deal. 2 days later, we're going to destroy their civilization. We're going to leave them a smoldering mess. 2 days later, I think we're making good way on a deal. And people are starting to catch on to this back and forth, because it's really weird, the timing that some people are putting huge bets on the stock market and making lots of money off it with insider knowledge.
Would you say a lot
It's
of
so
this
weird.
qualifies as just lying? Just straight up
Oh,
lying?
he's lying. He's lying to prop up the stock market and try to stabilize gas prices.
It's not good.
It's 100% lying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And it just goes back to say, I want a Christian leader. I want one. I want a Rupert Lowe, a Restore Britain type of guy. You know, I want someone who actually has a little bit of that moral foundation, who's not so keen to just like, I'm just going to say what I need to say in the moment, type of thing.
All right, so let's see. How's his threats going? Iran will review the option of enriching its uranium to 90% purity, the level required to make an atomic bomb if it is attacked again, says the spokesman for Iran's National Security Commission. So you know how they like probably weren't making a bomb? And then we lied and said they were after we already attacked them and said we destroyed their bomb? Well, turns out they weren't trying to create a bomb, but now they want to. And so they didn't want to make a bomb and the straits were open. Now they want to make a bomb and the straits are closed. Whoopsie daisies. Moving along.
Haven't we said time and time again that when we drop bombs in the Middle East, things are always worse than we started? Always.
But the stock market's at record highs, ABF.
Oh, my bad.
Israeli official says they would be happy if there's no deal and the blockade on the Strait of Hormuz continues. CNN reports. Well, let's go then. Israel is worried that Trump will strike a bad deal with Iran, leaving war objectives unmet. Just like I was saying earlier, this was multiple Israeli sources told CNN. So obviously CNN is fake news. But what you get from this is what the Israeli assets, the Israeli mouthpieces want you to be hearing. So whether it's CNN, yeah, but this is coming from their mouthpieces, and that Trump will grow tired of talks and cut any deal with last-minute concessions, and well, we can't have that because we got to get that uranium that's totally there, and well, what about the dust bros? And then, yeah, it just keeps going on and on. Basically, they want all this stuff that they're not going to get, so the war is going to last forever. Oh, wait, we actually just ended the war. I talked about it last week, and Magnum guessed it. It was because we were at 60 days, and they don't want to get congressional approval because we want to pretend it's not a war. So they pretended it was over, and nothing changed because it's continuing. Pentagon is considering renaming the Iran war Operation Sledgehammer. Yeah, Sledgehammer, we dropped on our foot. If the ceasefire collapses and the war resumes, allowing Trump to argue it restarts the 60-day war power. We're still pretending there's a ceasefire. They're firing on our destroyers going through the straits while Lebanon is being absolutely decimated. And we're pretending there's a ceasefire still.
We are in the middle of the never-ending Middle Eastern war. We're in the middle. We're not in the beginning. We're in the middle. We are currently in the never-ending Middle Eastern war that we've always talked about.
The U.S. military presence in the region is now larger than at the start of the war, with an additional carrier strike room and rearmed assets. And during the ceasefire, it sounds like the Iranians are also preparing for more missiles, because there's clearly not going to be a deal. I assume most people figured this out by now, but for some of you who think there might be a deal at some point, that Trump's doing 2070 chess art of the deal and he's going to get a deal, maybe someday. Maybe someday. Not anytime soon. Isaac.
Yeah.
You know how you were concerned about the draft?
Yeah, the fact that I'm aging out of it in 3 days. Yeah.
What if I told you Trump just did a I want you, where he's Uncle Sam doing the I want you point?
It's kind of gay. I don't know. Saying I want you, I don't know. That's kind of gay.
I want you to want me.
I mean, I'm not dying for Israel. I'm not Israeli, so jumping away.
Thoughts on this war propaganda?
Well, he's not gonna get me. I'm too old.
True.
You guys will never believe what the first comment is. I want you to die for Israel. Yes, literally what Isaac said. Yeah.
It's funny too, because Uncle Sam is from like a few towns away from where I'm from, and he would not have endorsed this. Yeah.
Isaac, you know what I like? Everyone is trying to convince old Bone Spur he should send Barron. Do your part.
I think that's only fair. Yeah.
Actually, that would unironically be a pretty sweet political path for him. Like if
if he was to be God Emperor Baron, it would actually be the correct
right.
path,
That's what I'm saying.
Like credit too. You can.
If he turned into like a general, or, some low level general, even it would work politically for him.
Credit, yeah. I want you. But credit where it's due. The royal even the royal family, the sons, they don't obviously aren't doing like the door kicking stuff. I don't know the full details, but they've had to go in uniform and go through the the ranks and stuff, and you have to go. But we don't do that.
So we got an update. Remember how I was arguing that our stockpiles of various munitions and missiles and missile defense systems were running low?
That's my biggest concern.
And Trump kept lying to us and telling us everything was fine, and we kept having indications that no, everything wasn't fine, such as when he said he was going to mobilize like Ford and Chevy to start creating bombs for him. Well, turns out, after hearing the Pentagon classified brief on Iran war impact on U.S. Weapon stockpile, Mark Kelly, who is a piece of shit.
I hate that dude. I'm sorry. He's in my state.
He's a traitor, in my opinion. So.
Oh, yes. Says it is shocking how deep we've gone into these magazines. He said the Tomahawks, Attackams, SM-3s, THAADs, and Patriots, so those interceptor rounds to defend ourselves that have been hit hard. He says it'll take years to replenish those stockpiles, which could affect a hypothetical U.S. conflict with China, which was my argument for it. All right, well, it's Mark Kelly on Face the Nation, just fake newsing it. Pete Hegseth. Captain Mark Kelly strikes again. Now he's blabbing on TV, fussing dumbly about a classified Pentagon briefing he received. Did he violate his oath again? So he tries to say he's lying, but then also says he just leaked classified info. So to me, that sounds like Pete Hegseth just accidentally admitted that he's leaking the classified info that we do have low stockpiles of ammunition.
Yeah,
guys, the Ukraine war and this is about depleting our capabilities to deal with China when they take Taiwan. We're not going to be able to defend Taiwan if we don't have any weapons to do it.
Also, chips from Taiwan we won't have. So
there is a little bit of nuance to go with it. I mean, we are, depleting our stockpile by going to war with Iran. But we also did give a lot of arms to Ukraine. How quickly people forgot about that. Not particularly those weapons that you just named off, but those ones that you did name off, they also do have a shelf life, probably conveniently by Lockheed Martin and all those. And you do have to keep making them.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But we're also.
But when you use a ton of them, you run out of them.
Yep.
And then you have to make more than just the normal amount to keep up with the demand. Where if you keep making the normal amount, you keep running an even bigger deficit, which is what we've been doing. And they keep fucking lying to us about it. And they are going to leave us fucking defenseless, let alone our allies. We haven't been protecting shit in Gulf. We've stopped obviously a lot of stuff, but our bases keep getting fucking hit and billions of dollars of damage done, as well as a shit ton of their infrastructure. Our bases are stopping some of this stuff, but like all the various oil infrastructure and stuff like that, they don't have defenses to stop some of this stuff. We are being left. This is how you destroy civilization, and it's being done to us on purpose. We're not being sleptwalked into it. We are being fucking pushed into it.
Yes.
And it'd be one thing if Trump were trying to at least pretend to stop it. Like he was pretending like he was going to end the Ukraine war in day one. He's doing the exact opposite. He's literally cheering for genocide. And then the people actually talking some sense, like MTG, he got kicked out of the party when her and her son were getting death threats. She brought it up to him, and he said it was her fault that he attacked her and got her a bunch of death threats. When is everyone going to start realizing that the manic on again, off again, war, peace rhetoric is really just insider trading?
Yeah.
A lot of people are, when I was saying it looks like his age and lack of sleep's catching up to him, and he's starting to get a little demented. A lot of people are like, no, that's crazy. That's not going to happen. Yeah, you guys are going to wish he was demented because it looks like he's just insanely fucking corrupt. This dude is This administration is as or more corrupt than the Biden administration. It's fucking insane. And I keep having to get rid of the tabs to not bring it up because I know people don't like hearing about it. I can't keep doing that. I'm sorry. Only a select few in the top tax bracket are benefiting from this, and the majority of you ain't in it. So according to our analysis, almost $1 billion worth of crude oil shorts were taken 70 minutes before an Axios report claimed the U.S. and Iran were near a 14-point deal to end the war. And then shorts it, and they make gained approximately $125 million. Okay, well, that's just the ones. Maybe it's just really good timing. It keeps happening. Oh, this actually ended up being the same one. But it keeps fucking happening. And he keeps doing it. And it seems like he has no plan. Because I don't think he has a plan. But there does seem to be a bit of a plan in the White House. And it's to make as much money off of it as possible. And they have the insider info. And they know what lie is going to come out of his mouth next. Not only is he doing this to try to calm and soothe the markets, they know when he's going to do it. And they know when he's going to manipulate the market. So not only is it bad enough that he's lying to manipulate the markets, his administration knows when he's going to do it. So they're probably doing it. They're probably not doing it themselves as much as selling the information for future kickbacks and stuff like that. But people are getting insider knowledge on him doing this shit, as well as the connected to the media too, because you got to know when the media is doing it. Controlling markets with well-timed media hit pieces that's classic. Like guys in crypto, they love doing that in crypto too. Well-timed hit pieces to destroy markets. It's just part of the game. I don't like that the Trump administration is part of that game after killing Doge and running Elon out of DC. And Trump becoming a full-blown fucking crypto scammer. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about another scam here after this tab. The DOJ is investigating more than $2.6 billion in oil trades placed shortly before major Iran war announcements by Trump. So you can say, oh, I'm crazy, I'm being TDS. It's so blatant, and people are pointing it out so hard that the DOJ is going to pretend to investigate it. Not just imagining stuff. Shit's going on. And this is a wildly corrupt administration, and I fucking hate that. I hate it so much. But I got to call balls and strikes.
It's only fair. I mean, regardless if it's people you like or don't like, or people that are doing more things you like versus don't like, it's only fair to notice these things and call it out. It's only fair.
Here's when I got to call out. Nearly almost 600,000 people paid $100 each, so about 60 million in deposits for the Trump Gold phone. Do you guys remember the Trump phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they pushed a Trump phone. Yet a year later, not a single device has shipped, and the launch date has disappeared from the website, where they've also updated the terms to state that the deposits do not guarantee a phone will ever be produced or made available for sale.
Yeah.
They're rug pulling the Trump phone, people.
That's crazy.
Sounds like a dude that makes comic books or something. That's crazy. Like
literally, this is some EVS quartering level shit right here.
Yeah.
At least that, but not what is this? Not Star Citizen. At least there's things to play. At least you got $100,000 ship.
Mm-hmm.
This though, you're not getting your Trump phone. Yet another fucking rug pull scam by the Trump family.
I'm not even kidding. I legit forgot about that.
Me too.
I remember seeing like the ad, like it feels like years ago now.
Yeah.
But
and then people were pointing out it's just a rebranded phone, which we all knew, but it's like a very mid phone. Yeah.
It's the equivalent of quartering actually doing drop shipping for his coffee company, essentially.
Yep. Which may or may not have
and
crap
what
in
really
it.
I already knew that he was drop shipping. It was
what got. Yeah, sorry. I forgot what I was going to say. I kept trying to say it several times.
Sorry.
What were you going to say? No, you go.
One thing that the oil reminds me of, all that trading right before. You ever seen that TV show called Billions? It's got that, what's his name? Damian Lewis. So the first episode starts off with the airplanes hitting the World Trade Center. and he has his own firm, and he continues to make trades because he's not in those towers. He was like a smaller firm, and he continued to make trades during all of that when everybody else was closed. And that's how he made
Howard Lutnick. You
Yep.
know his story, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it's based on. Yeah,
He's a con man, right?
No, well, because he worked in the building. He knew it was going to hit. He stayed home and let all of his employees die in the World Trade Center.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think you knew what I was talking
about. What connections does he have where he would know that? Wow.
Epstein's neighbor.
That's crazy.
Yeah, shocker,
That's his
right?
neighbor.
Yeah, that he barely knew, but he had private lunches with. But he didn't deal with him.
Where in the apartment that Epstein got from suspicious connections? I mean, yeah, it's really odd. Yeah.
Yeah,
that TV show is actually pretty good for the first couple of seasons. I wouldn't go past that, but it's actually really good.
So what got me realizing that the Trumps were a bunch of scammers was that we have a huge, this was in 2024, I believe. Yeah. We have a huge announcement. Everyone just had they were so excited. They thought it was going to be so based. We're going to save Western,
revealed.
We're going to save Western civilization. And he announced NFTs.
Which is just non-fungible
token.
What is it? Token. So it's essentially worse than fiat currency. It's because it's like the same. It's backed by nothing, right?
Yeah, remember when people were like, check out this NFT, bro, and then someone's like, right click, save, thanks, dude. Now I got it too. That's not how it works.
No, there was one of like a picture of like Harambe was an NFT that sold for like a lot, I think.
Yeah, but it's all stupid. And nobody cares about it now.
That's con man stuff.
World Liberty Financial. They've got various groups, and like I said, my buddy is really into crypto, literally runs projects and stuff like that. He says they're a bunch of fucking rug pullers. And then there's also various things you can do with like the allocations and stuff like that at first, where you can like basically do like a pre-IPO to give your friends a bunch of really fucking cheap shares, and then as soon as it goes public, they can just sell their whole fucking bag. And yeah,
lovely.
Essentially a pump and dump like rug pull, essentially, with a little insider group who gets a bunch of tokens early.
Even if it's not illegal, it's immoral, and that's horrible.
It wasn't titanium. It was some other one. Yeah, we covered it last week, or I might have had to exit out of it. Like I said, every week I have more Trump family corruption that I end up exiting out of because we got other stuff to talk about, and I know people don't like hearing about that stuff. All right, now, oh wait, yeah, whatever. We had more Netanyahu. Who cares what he has to say? Something I assume insane. Sheldon Adelson is looking to give big dollars to Rubio because he feels like he can mold him into his perfect little puppet. I agree. Donald Trump, 2015.
Yeah.
Complaining about an Adelson giving big dollars to little hands, Marco Rubio.
Yep. Alex Stein with the great response right there, man. Yeah.
ABF, do you know about the Adelsons? Sheldon and Miriam Adelson. Isaac.
Sounds really familiar.
Isaac, why don't you give a TLDR to ABF real quick on the Adelsons?
Yeah, well, I know Miriam Adelson just recently committed, I think, what was it, $250 million or something like that to pro-Israeli candidates, pro-Israel candidates, stuff like that. A lot of primarying. I know she's backing like Byron Donalds and a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I think we had to get rid of Thomas Massey. He's got 3 Jewish billionaires.
The Massey in Kentucky, but also she's like one of Trump's biggest backers, especially last time around.
And he used to talk shit, but then he took the money. So people wondered, because he was obviously very Zionist in his first term, but he didn't do crazy shit like this. Most we got was Soleimani, but something changed. In
2016, I was willing to overlook it. He's a boomer businessman from New York. Yeah, he's going to be a little pro-Jew. That tends to happen.
Yeah.
But, it's in this case...
Soleimani and embassy moving. That was basically all he did.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, boomer businessman from New York. You're going to be... Yeah. But in this turnaround, it looks like he sold out to the special interests. And
he did. Who keeps...
Yeah. Which we ran on a grassroots campaign in 2016. It was about us, MAGA,
Joe Kent, when he warns about who is doing this around Trump, he keeps talking about the donors. That's Joe Kent's nice way of saying the Jewish billionaires.
Well, yeah.
Now,
The
speaking,
Epstein class.
speaking. Oh, Isaac, thank you. This was insane. So Alan Dershowitz on with Pierce Morgan. Alan Dershowitz says that
Epstein's lawyer?
Yeah, and he said that Epstein didn't work for Mossad. You know his evidence for that?
Oh, what was it?
Because if Epstein worked for Mossad, he could have gotten them out of trouble. If Jeffrey Epstein told me he was a Mossad agent, I would have got him off completely. Pierce, hang on. Are you saying that if Epstein said he was Mossad, he could get away with being a pedophile? Dershowitz. That's right. So, ABF. We know Epstein wasn't an Israeli agent because if he was, he wouldn't have gotten in any trouble. Thoughts?
That's just wild. I don't even know what to say about that.
So do you see, like, I'm not a Jew obsessor. I've been aware of quite a lot of this stuff for a while. I'll say, Isaac, there's lots of new stuff I am learning, and I have to continue asking Grok to make sure it's real. But it's bad. It's bad. It's really, really, really
I'll just
bad.
say there's a reason why Jesus had to specify to the group of people that people who harm children should have a millstone put around their neck and be drowned in the ocean. He said that for a reason, because it exists for a reason. And the God of the universe laid that out as a proper punishment. And that exists because that's a real issue amongst especially certain groups of people he was talking to in a certain part of the world. So.
I thought I got rid of the Thomas Massey ones, but reveals that Lauren Boebert went to the White House Situation Room used for major crises, and Trump demanded that she remove her name from the Epstein discharge petition. She chose not to, so Trump vetoed a bill that would have brought water to a large portion of Colorado, her district.
Yes. She got the shakedown. Yeah.
She was basically told, stop exposing Epstein or we're going to hurt your constituents.
It's mob tactics. We're going to break your kneecaps. Yeah.
Guys, from what MTG revealed, Trump 100% is part of the Epstein cover-up, and he is 100%, as MTG says, doing it to protect his friends.
Yeah.
Which are Jewish billionaires hell-bent on destroying Western civilization, and they immediately followed it up. Epstein, he covers up Epstein, and how do they thank him? By pulling him into World War III with Iran.
But it's for greater Israel, so it's worth it. So
also that Thomas Massey interview, and who skipped it with Tucker, well worth the watch. That and the most recent MTG, excellent.
Nice.
I assume you guys saw the Kevin Hart roast, right?
I saw this exact clip earlier. Yes.
ABF, this is what I'm talking about, man. We're in the Overton window is in a very different place. Like I said, though, if you're going to bring it up, you bring it up with some jokes. But have you seen this, ABF?
Yep.
Okay. Calling
This
out
was awesome.
Chelsea Handler for not only being a Zionist. Speaking of dead kids, and then bringing up abortion.
She's
and then dropping Jeffrey Epstein, and then Kill Tony went hard too. Like, comedy's coming back, and the fact that you got like the more right wing, like the people like in the Trump podcast like sphere of people, like got him elected like sphere, is calling out Zionist and all that. Like Tim Dillon is obviously like hardcore against all of that stuff.
Shane Gillis is obviously not afraid to poke the bear.
Oh, he poked, and he did very well, and he handled the crowd reactions very well.
And he actually did it with like a semblance of IQ attached to.
Yeah.
He actually segued it well.
Yeah.
He didn't just
It's very,
word vomiting his anger, you know?
Yeah, Ricky Gervais-esque. Whereas Chelsea Handler, when she got up, she word vomited too, and I didn't know what she was even referencing, and it was she got canceled for saying like chink or something like that, which I didn't know. You had to be an SJW who was like spurged out about him saying a naughty word.
And who would give a crap too. You would have to care about what she said. Yeah.
What happens
in
when
an audience of comedians? Nobody cares about that. So
yeah, some of them just weren't even jokes. He just dropped truth bombs, and it's just so funny to drop a truth bomb in that situation.
The first thing he said,
a joke.
He said in his rebuttal, Chelsea, whatever, is a Zionist.
Well, I mean, that's
That
what
was his first
Ricky
thing, and he
Gervais
just
did.
Yeah. And then follows it with,
Interesting, yeah.
speaking of killing babies, Tucker Carlson says he told Trump to his face, Netanyahu, this dude flew to the White House 3 times to try to stop the Iran war.
Yes.
We would have had Charlie Kirk doing that too, but is a lone gunman tranny shot him.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Which I absolutely don't believe in the slightest fucking bit anymore. He tells Trump to his face, Netanyahu hates you. Rupert Murdoch despises you. Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, they all hate you. The people pushing you into this war want to destroy you on behalf of Israel. And Trump's response, yeah, I know. So Trump knows who these people are. And he's still going along with them. Best case scenario, he is blackmailed and doing it because he's blackmailed.
Well, I
No, I think he's part of it. He's part of this scam, this whole scam and scheme at this point.
That, and also he knows he would die if he went against it. So are you willing to live on your morals, die on your morals, you know? I mean,
well, what's hilarious is the people who have taken shots at him, he thinks I ran and tried to do it. When we got Butler, that was not Iran.
No,
it was a government, though.
It's the equivalent of all the boomers that took the shots a few years back. They said you're going to get a real bad flu if you don't do it. So the shots, literally, you know what I mean? So
he took all the boosters. He never stopped taking the boosters, apparently.
I know that, yeah. But I'm saying that's
wonder what's going on with his brain. Yes. All right. Quick update on Lebanon, our greatest allies. So they bombed
Christian
this.
population, they're pretty big too.
Yeah. Okay, Isaac. That's okay. Who? What do you think this building is?
Church or hospital.
Ooh, similar. Now, like a holy. Yeah. No. What? Okay. Hospital close. Now, school. I think
Orphanage?
School, but Christian. No. What if I told you is a school with a bunch of nuns? Like not quite a nunnery, but a school run by nuns.
Yeah. So like an orphanage type of thing. Like so, Israel's killing kids. That's also it's a day that ends in Y. I mean, not to laugh about it, but
yeah, it's a school run by religious sisters.
So, like the most non-offensive, non-hostile group of people, disarmed old ladies,
and like some of the OG Christians too, not no fucking Judeo-Christians. So, you know all the fun aerial footage of Gaza being absolutely obliterated. Well, now we have it in Christian parts of Lebanon.
Yeah, they're genocidal. Yeah.
Yep. And now we're
at
at
Amalek. He always recites Amalek. It's genocide is permissible in their cult. Yeah.
Yeah. For those that don't know. Yeah. It's just same way as we hate Islam because they're told they get to, invade us and conquer us and destroy us.
There's a reason why.
Same for Israel.
The sins of the father do not reflect upon the son. They don't believe that. They believe in generational blood guilt. It's blood guilt. This is something in that culture for thousands of years.
Oh, yeah. But then they'll tell us we can't do blood libel when we point out that the, like Bolsheviks and others. And yeah. So we're at 39 villages wiped out and destroyed about 40,000 homes. 39 centuries old historic villages erased in 60 days. This is ceasefire. Does this look like a ceasefire? Doesn't look like a ceasefire to me. It looks like terrorism and ethnic cleansing to me.
Yeah, everyone knows Israel commits genocide. That's not breaking news. I mean, that's a well-known fact. Yeah.
Oh, Joe Kent knows it. President Trump's frustrated because Israel sold him the pipe dream that arming. Oh, this is an update on the Kurds. So remember how I explained to you guys the 40,000 Iranian protesters that got murdered by the terrible regime when all they wanted is democracy.
What was it? Was like 6 snipers too or something?
Yeah, 6 snipers, yes. And how, really it turns out that was just us trying to arm the Kurds and get the Kurds to do an uprising. So I hadn't put this together. So I've talked about how we try to arm the Kurds. I've also talked about how Israel really wants to take out Turkey. That's their next on their list after Lebanon.
A NATO ally. Yeah.
I hadn't quite put it together yet, though. Joe Kent helped me figure it out, though. So the pipe dream that arming the Kurds and other Iranian dissidents would quickly topple the Iranian regime, leading to a quick victory. This failed to happen because it was planned based on wishful thinking. Instead of being mad at the Kurds, who were Israel's primary goal was to get us into the war, not to make sure the pipe dream they were selling would actually work. Israel's understood that they can't topple the Iranian regime without us doing the majority of the fighting. They need to get us into the war. The Israelis kept their goal in mind when feeding us intel about Iran. Unfortunately, President Trump's inner circle failed to keep Israel's main goal in mind when receiving Israeli intel and providing context to the president. Like me and Isaac were talking about, they don't send troops. They don't send any help.
No.
They provide intel. Intel such as blatant lies to trick boomers into starting World War III for them. So what this made me realize was, wait a second, Grok, do the Kurds have good relations with the current government of Turkey? I knew the answer. No. Turkey has actually been at war with the Kurds and have actually banned a bunch of their groups, and they got various people elected to like local elections, and they literally like removed the people and replaced them. So the Israelis said, give the Kurds weapons and they'll overthrow Iran for you. The Kurds kept the weapons for themselves instead.
So
Isaac, IVF already answered. So where do you think those weapons are going to be used? Isaac?
No, I don't know. Tell me.
Turkey.
Yeah, Turkey. Yeah.
So Trump give the Kurds weapons to overthrow Iran's, but really they were trying to arm the Kurds so they can use them against Turkey.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Afghanistan. We left weapons behind that will inevitably be used against us.
Well, the Kurds are great because they got like a homeland they're never going to get in the middle of like 5 other countries. That's why we use them everywhere. Syria, for example, recently. But Kurds is going up against the Turks. I hadn't even thought about that aspect. We arm the fucking Kurds. So, okay, so that's the next step. So we arm the Kurds to attack Turkey that's a NATO ally. We arm the Kurds to attack our ally.
Yeah, I mean,
days. The war's over in 3 days, guys.
It's a proxy war, and it's bullshit, and it's going to last forever and break. The biggest downfall of all of this, we're going to lose a lot of allegiances after all this. Like, even England's going to tell us to fuck off, you know.
And Erdogan, the leader of Turkey, also crazy as fuck and has his own ambitions and stuff too. So it's going to be maniacs on all sides there.
We're living through and witnessing an entire restructuring of global hegemony at this point. Yeah.
Yes, Isaac, which is why today's sanctions demonstrate that the Trump admin will not stand by while Cuba's communist regime threatens our national security in our hemisphere. Marco Rubio's taking us to war with Cuba now. We will I've been warning about it for months. We will continue to take action until the regime takes all necessary political and economic reforms. Byron Donalds.
Yeah, AIPAC Shakur right here. Yeah.
Free Cuba.
This dude is the biggest sellout in the Republican Party, by the way.
I used to like him a lot.
So
I don't like him at all.
Why does Israel want us to invade Cuba? Oh, wait, oh, wait, did I not get it? I didn't save it. Oh, okay. The Chinese are a big part of Cuba. One of like their leading dudes came out and said, no, this is not okay. Stop doing this. You're not allowed to do this. What the fuck? Stop it, guys. So we're literally poking China in the eye while Trump is flying over there to do deals, while he also needs Iran's help. Or he needs China's help with Iran while poking in the eye with Cuba. And so we're going to talk it so he's in a super weak position. So Trump's going to have to concede some things in those negotiations. And you're not going to be very happy about it. But first...
Are we going to Cuba? What?
Oh, no, we're letting the Chinese build factories in America. But more on that in a moment.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Trump. No Republican has ever spoken to me about Cuba. He starts off by saying not a single Republican gives a single fuck about Cuba, which is a failed country and only heading in one direction, down. Cuba's asking for help, and we are going to talk. In the meantime, I'm off to China. I fucking hate this guy. I genuinely fucking hate him now.
The interest of the people who voted for him.
He is a fucking megalomaniac at this point.
I'd just say he's failed his base.
He's
It's
a
easy
danger.
enough. Yeah.
He's an existential threat to humanity now. That's fucked up. Like, even more so than his lockdowns, where he was most certainly an existential threat to humanity.
You know what would be perfect? If he could do a MAGA rally with only ages 18 to 40 and do it in like the heartland or something. And it's only going to be nothing but booze because they can't even afford to drive there. So,
Oh, they can afford to drive there, then we should turn Venezuela into the 51st state.
No, because then they could vote.
ABF, what's this meme do for you?
Wasn't a good idea to say that for Canada either.
Greenland.
And also Greenland.
All right.
Which
now,
I was rooting for that. I was like, yeah, let's take Greenland by force while we're deporting 100 million people and stuff. I mean.
So geographically, it makes more sense than Venezuela.
Oh, we're not deporting people. Marco Rubio, along with
amnesty.
saying, well, yeah, they're also pushing amnesty this week. And then someone came out and was like, no, actually, the Trump's against it. But honestly, I don't super believe it. But yeah, they're currently trying to push amnesty through. And Trump seems to be mostly on board.
Yeah.
So not only are they ending mass deportations, they're ending normal deportations, and they're talking amnesty.
And speaking of Byron Donalds, today he got ratioed because he tweeted, we need to deport all violent illegal aliens from Florida ASAP when I'm governor. They're always specifying the violent ones, only the violent ones.
That's what I'm saying. And we've now, it's been proven they're doing that on purpose because they're ending.
Promise big in elections and underdeliver. It's what politicians do.
So now we got China. And this is, we'll call it a rumor, a report going around. Mr. Trump and Xi Jinping are reportedly considering a deal to allow China to invest $1 trillion in the U.S., largely to build factories on American soil. You know how letting them buy farmland near military bases was a bad idea? Now we're just going to let them build their fucking factories here too. ABF? Does that bug you at all? You see any potential national security concerns?
A little bit. Let me just take a middle of the ground approach to this. And this is just me kind of like hashing things out. Maybe, because we keep talking about how we're losing all of our jobs to China. Is this like a halfway point?
No, if this happens, it's going to be him selling
here?
us out 100%, and he's going to lie to you about good things about it, and it's going to only be 100% bad, and they're not going to have to invade us from like the West Coast if they just are allowed to build all their factories here.
And sorry, Isaac, really quick, let me just get this out. It didn't really work with TSMC. We pumped a lot of money into that plant here in Arizona, and it's still not cranking anything out.
Correct. All the data centers and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of of this doesn't get built. But honestly, China actually builds things quickly, and the strategic value of being allowed to do this, they're going to let us fucking idiots. They're going to be building those quick. So,
well, they'll be listening in on us too, technologically speaking,
Trump got COVID-19 unleashed on us all because he did the trade deal with China, and it was a trade deal beneficial to America. So to save face, they teamed up with Americans to unleash COVID-19 on the world. That was him having like a position of power. So if he does go and actually get a good deal, they're going to save face by like hantavirus in us or something. That's not the position he's in. He's literally going to China to sell out America. ABF, I know you probably don't believe me. So let me give you a little more evidence. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Let's say it real quick. MTG first. The war in Iran must be going worse than we know as the strait remains closed, so much so that China may be allowed to build $1 trillion in factories in the U.S., probably in exchange for help with Iran. We're going there for favors. I'm old enough to remember when MAGA was demanding China not be allowed to own any land in America, but MAGA is whatever Trump says it is, according to him. So now it's for foreign wars and China. You know who loves China, ABF? Israel. Do you know how China got their nukes, ABF? Any guesses?
China.
No, how China got their nukes.
Oh, from Israel?
From Israel.
Interesting.
Correct. So a lot of China's rise was Israel. Obviously, Slick Willie and others, sold us out to the Chinese plenty.
Yeah.
But Israel was a big part of raising them up, which is what I'm talking about. Is this is all about raising up China, bringing down America, while Israel plays the middleman.
Can
What
I
all
just
this is about.
ask one thing? What does China and Israel also have in common? They both really, really want the destruction of Europe and the United States. They want our downfall for their elevation.
Ethno-nationalists who are hell-bent on not letting us be ethno-nationalists, destroying
And also
us with their
domination of
immigration.
their own regions. They want that at
Yeah.
our expense as well. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and China can't, dominate the whole world. They need, various vassals, and
Yeah.
Israel wants to be that nice middleman that controls all the trade that goes into Africa and goes into Europe. That's why they need the whole greater Israel.
Yeah.
So, ABF, you might think I'm just being a little inflammatory or hyperbolic. Trump would never sell us out to China. That would be crazy, like him starting a war after saying no new wars. He's a different person, guys. He's a different person now. His
Anybody could see
delegation.
that, yeah.
He's got his delegation going. So you think a bunch of State Department people, negotiators, few economic guys, right, ABF?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be wrong. So he's sending his Jews. Heinous techno-fascist. Tim Cook from Apple, BlackRock's Larry Fink, Blackstone, Boeing, Citi, Goldman Sachs, Meta, Micron. It's literally it's basically a list of Jews and Indians, essentially, and corpo-fascist. Visa. Elon's going to be there. That's the one good one. But, of course, he's buddy-buddy with China.
Well,
Elon, the H1B boy,
I'd say like half of that list is companies that they have their hands in the current AI stuff, including Tesla
and the military industrial complex.
Yep.
But Boeing, GE Aerospace, yeah, these are important companies. They're going over there. So similar to when these companies build factories over in China, they have to give all their secrets to China. That's another way they steal all of our IP. Because if you want to operate in there, they basically co-own your company, communism style. So presumably, instead of these companies building the slave factories in China and selling out to China there, now Trump's just going to let the slave factories be built here and just sell out to China in our own fucking country. Something along those lines. Or similar to TikTok, he's going to say, fine, the Chinese companies can exist, but only if a Jew owns them. Larry Ellison's going to own them all, and then it's okay. Something along those lines. He made them sell TikTok. If he goes from making them sell TikTok to letting them spend $1 trillion building factories, that's more than he's changed. That's more than he's been blackmailed. That's him now joining them and being a fucking supervillain at this point. But it's not just them. We have some of our great negotiators, like the Trump family. Team China. So remember when Joe Biden would go meet world leaders? And Hunter Biden would be in tow, and Hunter Biden would just coincidentally go on a Chinese trip and then get a bunch of money out of it.
Yeah.
I want to see these people in fucking prison at this point. I fucking hate these people.
We haven't drained the swamp. It became the swamp.
Yeah.
So
I fucking hate these people so much.
Is it, or would you say it proves to say that like morally exceptional people just simply don't pursue politics ever? That like the best people,
It's the George Washington where everyone's like, please God, be our emperor. And he's like, nah, bro, I'm going back to the farm.
No. Yeah, and we have had nothing like that since, pretty much. So
yeah. Well, Trump was one of those figures. And he did seem to be on our side. But then he got all the shekels. Speaking of, we have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I doubled the size of it because we obviously need that. A fake news reporter.
That's so stupid.
The price is doubled. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person. I doubled the size. You're not a smart person. And also the tax, and not only is it now $400 million, now we have to chip in $1 billion for extra security.
Yeah.
That's when I'm not okay with it. Yeah. If it's privately donated, I'm fine.
And them and the Jews and the people on the 7K payroll are weirdly obsessed with it, Isaac. Something is fucking up with it.
Well, that's the thing too. I'm seeing a lot
It's
of
not
shill
just a
accounts.
ballroom.
I know. I'm seeing a lot of the shill accounts saying this is like the final the final line we have to push for the ballroom. So that alone, when the shill accounts push it, I don't.
They seem to have faked an assassination to push a ballroom. That's how important this ballroom is.
I'm really wondering why they're not talking about it more.
Something is going on. They're talking, but they want to shut up about the ballroom. President Trump's proposed Golden Dome. Remember how I was talking about how we don't have any fucking weapons? The Golden Dome is like an iron dome to shoot down any incoming missiles. The exact things that we're exhausted on because we've been defending the Gulf states, Israel, and Ukraine with them. So coincidentally, it's now estimated to cost $1.2 trillion, nearly 7 times higher. Because we're out of all of the weapons. And also just because it's the government. So estimates are always going to balloon like this every single fucking time. So what's the thing?
That's like Disney saying their budgets of stuff,
What's the 2 big infrastructure things, or the 3 big ones he's obsessed with? The AI with Project Stargate, where a lot of that's not getting built. Everyone hates these fucking data centers. Right. The ballroom, and then this golden fucking dome. And they're all a disaster. And then we got one last one. Nick Fuentes is a gay fed beefing with Dan Bilzerian. He also was bitching about Casey Putch in Ohio going up against Vivek.
Oh, I was rooting for Casey, man. Yeah, him counter signaling Casey pissed me off. Yeah.
Counter signaling everyone, causing hella drama. Drops this nonsense about how Dan Bilzerian had him to his house, had him put his phone in another room, and then asked how difficult would it be to assassinate Israeli government ministers. The ex-Navy guy who's fucking jacked and probably has a bunch of special ops friends asked a 5'2" gay Mexican who doesn't leave his basement about how to carry out political assassinations. Yeah.
I totally buy that. Yeah.
So Nick Fuentes, who caused a lot of this huge split by going on Tucker. He caused the MAGA civil war, where now it's between MAGA and America First. And then because he's so gay, he's constantly causing drama. Now he's caused the civil war in America First. So he did like the gatekeeping and whatnot, made it okay to gatekeep the neocons out, which is good. But now all the insufferable America Firsters the Groypers are now being gate kept out of the gate that they themselves opened up for everybody. Which is good. We need this. We need to filter out all these retards. We need to self-police. We need to purge. You do this when you're and people aren't in power, though. But currently, Isaac, do you feel like our people are in power?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I've never felt that way. But I've always said, take what you can, and we're still not even getting that type of thing. It's always like hold your nose and get what you can get out of it, but we're not even getting that.
It's not even bread and circuses. It's Trump phones and ballrooms.
But I'm saying even visual stuff, like, hey, we're not getting rainbow flags on the White House in June type of stuff. Like, hey, that's great. I'll take a win when I can get it type of thing. But you got to perform too. You got to perform your duties.
Yeah, that's like the basic thing that you can get rid of.
I know.
Speaking of performing duties, I did forget to award our lovely super chatters tonight. So the woman who crushed all this stuff with her boobs.
Damn.
I found her Twitter page.
Speaking of boobs, yeah.
ABF. Where can we find you here in a matter of minutes as we raid into you?
Over on my gaming channel, where I'll be playing Pragmata. This is the 5th stream I'm gonna be doing of the game. I think I'll finish it out in like maybe 7 or so, and I'm really enjoying the game, really enjoying the story, and I want to find out what happens at the end.
It's so good. Yeah, you're gonna think about it probably for a few days. Isaac, what you got coming up?
Monday night on my channel, YouTube, X, and Kick. Follow me, same name everywhere. Golden Age Podcast. We be memeing. We be water cooler talk for current events. Me and the boys, we're talking. Shooting the you know what. So stop by if you want to have a laugh, and that's all I'm up to this week. So
Sweet. Obviously, I'm hard at work on my Pragmata video, and it sounds like after that, I will have a mixtape video for you guys. The great thing, though, is my second playthrough, I'm just going to set the controller down, and it's going to play for a few minutes, and then I'll pick it up to press the button a couple times, and then it'll play by itself. So honestly, I was going to side monitor and like do something productive at the same time. Probably like write it or something, and just have it play on the side monitor, essentially. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Could not do that without you. And like I said, we're going to raid into ABF. We're going to play the outro. We're going to go into him, and then he's going to be live like a minute or so after that. He always gets started right after. Appreciate you all being here. Couldn't do this without you. And we will see you later.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Yeah.
Come on! Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Shout out Scooby, member for 17. Why am I getting reminded of the South Park episode where China almost invaded the US through children's Shin Pokemon dolls? Yes. Honestly, I think I'd be fine with all the base Chinese video game studios moving here.
Yeah.
Right? Like Marvel Rivals and stuff like that. Wukong devs. I'd be okay with them moving here.
They know how to do women.
So true. Women I want to do. Jeff dropping a gifty on the way out. Hit me, man. You love to see it. He's like, you know what? It's easy shooting grays. I want to shoot a blue. Appreciate you, Jeff, and we'll let your clip send us out. Thank you all. Sending you right over to ABF. He'll be live soon if he isn't already.
That's not